That is the illusion of success. That, in fact, is the architectural floor plan of the universe, the Panchabhuta Mandala, the 5 elements that make up the universe. What is success? After these wonderful speakers before me have very little to say, but I'll say it nevertheless. I don't know what the success formula is, what the mantra is. In fact, to tell you honestly, I don't attach too much importance to the word success. Success is what it is to you, to me, and for us to be okay with it. Who am I to stand here on judgment and say this is right, that is wrong, this is success, that is not. It is for us to decide. Having said that, we live in a society where everything is reversible, right? We're talking about Facebook, for example. But thanks to Facebook, you got all those wonderful pictures of all of us. I was like, where was that from? That was 2 years ago, etc. So, Facebook. So you broke up with your boyfriend, so you change your status and say, single. Boyfriend calls, apologizes, falls at your feet, and you change it and say, it's complicated. By evening, you watched a movie together, and now it is in a relationship, right? So, we're also part of a society which is so destination-based. The journey ceases to matter sometimes. Also, we live in an age of stereotypes, and that's why there is so much pressure to succeed. From the time we're born, there are markers set for success by society. The best kindergarten school, A grades throughout junior high, senior high too, and then you have to be the head boy or head girl, admission in an Ivy League college or MSRIT, a great job, and a trophy wife. Excuse me, I need you back there. Sorry. A trophy wife for 2, a trophy husband. And the dream house. Dream house number 1, 2, 3, some islands if you could, and a limitless bank balance. Is that success? I don't know. For somebody it might be. Who am I to say? At different points in our life, success and the definition of it changes for us, which is why very wisely in Indian philosophy we see the purusharthas, the 4 phases of life: dharma, artha, kama, and moksha, where we evolve to a stage of renunciation and not being attached. Dance is ephemeral. It exists in that moment. Yes, you can record it, but it's never the same. As dancers, our parameters also always pushed by situations, by life. So we might put in 10 years of rigorous practice, get into a great dance school, find an enlightened guru, have gratitude for what we have, make a debut, make lots of money, then do a project, lose all the money, then every single day again put in those 3 hours of work, make money, lose money, right? Get a fabulous review, get trashed in the papers the next day, right? So it's very cyclical, just like the arts. So moving from the word success, let's move to this world that I actually love, illusion. But illusion, fortunately or unfortunately, has been given this sort of negative connotation in most dictionaries: mirage, pretense, sham. But in Indian philosophy, we call illusion Maya. Maya is magic, the magic power to create a scenario which helps you differentiate between the real and the unreal. It's life's teacher, the cosmic power, also the goddess as the eye of the storm. I ask you, and I urge you, and I invite you to come into this realm of illusion and look at it a little differently. To not look at success as positive and failure as negative. To not put tags and compartmentalize everything. I'll give you an example. So, from the outside, I've been told many times, so how does it feel to be a successful dancer? And I'd be thinking, what is success? You know, I mean, 1 week ago somebody in the bank called me and said, if you need money for that project, you need to mortgage your home. Or I have a knee problem, or one of my dancers fell ill, or, you know, but the thing is, all these failures, which can actually make you be the loser, are things, are stepping stones to have made me what I am. And as they say, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right? The song you all like, right? Okay. So, coming back to what I was saying, this is our Maya. This is my mother, Dr. Maya Rao, who for me is the living example of something that Rajdeep sir said before this. So what? So her thing would be to say, "Theek hai, it's okay. It's okay, it's all right." So I remember when I wanted to become a dancer after running away from it, etc., and I called her up and I said, "Ma, can I join the choreography course now?" And she said, "Do you have the capacity to be able to choose between monetary benefits and creative satisfaction?" I said, "Yes." She said, "Theek hai, join." So everything was theek hai. There was no sort of, writing something off, or everything was on this sort of plateau of theek hai, and from there you created what you did. So for me, illusion is also the imagination gone wild. It's fantastical, and it's also germination point for ideas. Because for each of us, success is something different, right? What I wanted to talk about next is, okay, let's look at this piece of paper. Yeah? So except for saying this is a paper, it can be something else for any of you. Kirti, what is this for you? Expression. Would you like to try? Ideas. Okay, what else? Ticket for a movie. Anything else? Lottery ticket. Okay. For me, maybe this is my safety net. Okay? So if we were to replace this paper and call this success, each of us has a different perception of it. So then success is an attitude. Success is a decision like happiness. Something that you're okay with, something that makes you happy, or not, even that is your decision. I wanted to, again, go back to this reason why I spoke about illusion was because, we live in a society where, like I said earlier, it's about stereotyping, right? So I remember this happens to us all the time. Once recently also had a very successful performance, but for us it was a happy performance because it was a great audience and we managed to get our point across. They traveled with us, and backstage they was rejoicing that we did a good job after having practiced really hard. And the next day, I don't remember whether it's the airport or somewhere, this man comes up to me and says, "Excuse me, ma'am, you're the dancer who danced last night, right?" I said, "Yes." And he says, "Ma'am, what do you do?" I said, "I'm a dancer." "Yes, ma'am." "What do you do?" So he could not comprehend, did not make sense that someone can have dance as a career. And this is something, as artists, we face all the time. It's worse for our male dancers. So recently, we were in America and one of our dancers, 2 of them got caught by this man who kept asking them, "So, what do you do?" So they were saying, "We dance." "But how much you have? Money in the bank?" They said, "No, yeah, we make enough." "Are you married?" I said, "Yes." "Your wife's okay?" So things like that. So what I'm saying is just, why don't we for a moment leave those notions of illusion is bad and success is good and failures, etc., and just sort of participate. So eventually, what does success mean to me? To me, success is consistency. Success is doing something and sustaining it. And I come from an institution which is 51 years old. Started in 1964 and today by the legendary Dr Maya Rao, and is India's only degree college for choreography. Offers professional training, Kathak, Indian contemporary dance, yes. And the other vertical we have apart from training is the performing unit itself. You saw a few of our dancers today. Combining tradition with modernity, having traveled all over India and to over 36 countries, and what is for me gratitude that I have is that one day you're performing at a 7-star venue in Toronto and 2 days later you have a show in Hampi, and the organizer hasn't provided the right space, so you go and knock on the door of a farmer and he says, "Bunny madam, come in so we can change our costume," right? So this kind of experience I wouldn't want to swap for anything else in the world. We also have outreach programs. We decided, the seed thought was that can dance be a potent tool of change and transformation in the public domain? And many things emerged. Dance in education projects, Asim Kala Yatra in villages and satellite towns, creativity workshops, and archiving. Again, I told you about consistency. Books, DVDs that outlast all of us. Endless possibilities. The magic of creation. Each project, I believe, should leave a legacy. Then, to me, in some ways, it sort of falls into my definition of what I call success. And of course, not to hold on to anything, but to just give and create leaders around me has been my sort of take on life. I'd like to now show you something, because I think we express ourselves best as artists through our art. So I'll ask my dancers to show you a choreography that was choreographed in 2006, a commission project, and for lack of a better word, we call it the sports sequence. And again, here we look at failure, we look at success. There's a winner and a loser, but for me, the fact that one participates is enough. To me, that is success. Right. So what? Thank you for participating. And that's what we should be saying. I just wanted to ask you to participate. To participate and acknowledge that both the real and the unreal are there for us to draw from. If I were to just pluck a flower, for me, this exists. For someone else, it's an illusion. It's not there. But for me, it is. For us as artists, it is very much there. Dance, the arts, the real is possible. Please remember, because the unreal is. I urge you and invite you to please participate, to turn up, to work, or to stay with whatever it is that you're doing with your lives consistently, to celebrate your distinction and to create your own unique dance of life. Thank you.